Welcome back, tribe. I have an episode here from Tim O'Fay, how to make every day so fun that you don't even have time to scroll. So he dropped this 7-minute absolute banger because 3 months ago, it's already got nearly 1 million views. Let's get into it, dude.
Spend all the time that you really don't. It's easier than you think to spend all the time that you really don't want to be on your phone doing something else. Which is why I don't want you to miss out on this, because this could actually help you a lot. I'm going to go straight into it. The first thing that saved me thousands of hours from going on my phone were setting plans. I want you to right now think of some things that you would like to do tomorrow, and then just write them down or find some way you can actually remember to do those things. Because a lot of the time where I end up scrolling is when I'm not sure what to do. But when I always have those little to-do lists of things that I can do, it always ends up saving my days and me not feeling like I just rotted my brain for 5 hours. It's not that funny, actually. It's pretty sad that happens a lot. So we have to stop doing this. If scrolling isn't in your to-do list, delete it. Delete the Instagram app, delete TikTok, delete YouTube. I would even delete Chrome off my phone so I couldn't go on Google and search up YouTube. If you keep installing it back, just delete it every time. Delete it every time. Make it so annoying to actually go in the app and start scrolling that you just don't want to do it. It reminds me of this one short that I saw. It was like when you're playing games with your friends, but they suck so badly, you'd rather just do the thing that you're procrastinating on. Another extra thing about plans, which gave me a lot more productive hours instead of scrolling, were doing stuff that I'm okay with doing alone, but inviting friends or people, they're the same freaking, inviting those people to go out with me for sports practice, for example. Even if they say no one day, if you keep asking them, I believe they're going to say yes eventually. If you just do that alone, setting plans so when you're not sure what to do, you can look at your to-do list or think about what you wanted to do, I believe that will help you at least cut off 70-60% of the time scrolling. And actually,
there's a nuance here. So his method is really good at helping, especially young men that are addicted to their phones. But listen, after the grind sets in, when time passes and, the dopamine starts to wear off, the excitement, the to-do list only helps you in the very beginning. What you're going to need to develop afterwards, and this is extremely important, is you're going to have to visualize the kind of man that you want to be, the kind of life that you want to live, or woman, if you're watching this. What I mean by that is it's very easy to make a to-do list, like a grocery shopping list that, here are the tasks that I need to get done. Some people operate very well this way, others not so much, but that keeps you busy from, easy distractions like scrolling on TikTok and whatnot. But to be able to do this day in and day out over months, potentially years, you're going to need something that burns you far deeper than a superficial to-do list. Because here's what I tell my guys all the time that I speak to either in private consults or on the community when we're having the calls. It's, can you visualize yourself? You are driven by emotions like an animal. The emotion to get on TikTok and scroll is out of boredom, out of insecurity of being in your own head, needing a distraction. But that same emotion must drive you in the long haul for months on end when nobody's talking to you. None of your friends are coming to hang out with you, doing the things that you want to do. Life may apply some pressure on you, lose a job, lose a girlfriend, family member, whatever it is. Do you have a deep burning desire to become the man you're visualizing of being? You have to use your imagination as if we were kids. I tell my guys this all the time. Go back to how it was in childhood when you were a little boy and you could pretend a stick was a gun and that you had an imaginary jail and you were playing cops and robbers or any other imaginary game you were playing as a boy. You have to channel that in adulthood because that can elicit emotional responses out of you to get you moving. You can create your own excitement. You can become your own self-starter, self-motivator. If you can visualize what it's like to get to the finish line, what it's like to make $1,000, $10,000 a month, whatever your goal is, $1,000 a day, doesn't matter. Or to have a really smoking hot girlfriend. Guys that go to the gym visualize themselves being absolutely shredded, good looking with a good looking woman on their arm. Okay. If you can get into that state, you can actually maintain that consistency and it turns into discipline. And whenever a roadblock hits you, like life applying its pressures, you won't get hit by the bump and completely slow down or turn around. You'll just go right over it like you got $100,000 suspension. You never felt it at all. Life moves forward. But for the guys that stay in the to-do list for the long haul, you're going to run out of that steam because the to-do list won't be as exciting as it was in the very beginning when you're barely starting, like you're at your foundation. But what he's saying works extremely well if you're not motivated or disciplined in any way whatsoever.
Doing something else. But how do you do that other 40%? With this thing that I'm about to say, which is being outside. If you have a chance to go outside, take advantage of what's around you. I remember when I first thought of this, I would spend my whole day just exploring what's around where I live. I would go to different stores. I would buy food at different places, get ice cream, get a milkshake, buy some new lights for my room, get a nice smoothie at this one place. Going outside gives you a ton of opportunities that will keep you entertained, like scrolling. You'll learn stuff from it. You'll get better from it. You'll feel there's so many benefits to going outside more. And if you just spend 30 more minutes every day being outside, I recently bought a fireplace for my birthday, actually, and I want to use it so I can just spend an hour, 2 hours every single day just chilling there at night instead of just scrolling on my phone. I would like that a lot more. Try to make it a challenge to spend 1 hour more than you normally do right now outside. Then you'll start thinking of more cool ideas of things you can do around where you live. I also made more videos talking about things you can do outside and also have a little like-minded community.
Hell yeah.
I'm in there and other people are in there and we're all sharing ideas, challenges, things we can do to get better. So if you want to join that for free, you can in the link in the description. A habit that I'm really glad I got into, which if you haven't, I highly recommend you start getting into this because you need to do this before it's too late. So when you're with people, instead of just going on your phone, actually try to talk to them. I know it can be rough. I know you might not know exactly what to say for the whole time you want to be on your phone. But it's 1,000 times better to just say something than just go on your phone. That will really help you break the habit of when there's a sliver of free time where you don't know what to do. You just boom, whip out your phone. But if you just put your phone away for a second and try to do something else, I've realized there's a lot more cool things that happen, a lot more special moments.
Touch grab.
From when I'm not on my phone. Being more open to more opportunities alone will fill in that 40% to make you never go on your phone again for scrolling. If you actually do them and try them. But if there still is some sliver of chance you can go on your phone and start scrolling, something like that.
This is why I recommend guys go hiking, especially in remote areas and national parks where there's no cell service. If you struggle putting the phone away, struggle with deleting your apps, you've convinced yourself for whatever reason that you must have them on your phone, or maybe they also double as a form of income for you where you have a business where you utilize social media, for example. You can dedicate 1 day or 2 days or a hiking or camping weekend to going out into a national park nearby you where there is no cell reception, and literally get a picnic, dude, get a nice backpack for hiking, go out there with water, with snacks, whatever, with the boys that you want to invite out there, your most trusted friend group, and go relax, dude, jump in some water, go climb some rocks, go see some views at the top of a hill, a mountain, whatever it is that you have around you in the landscape. There's so many beautiful things that you could do out in nature and completely wash your soul of modernity or the distractions of nonstop modern life. Your cell phone is constantly interjecting into your brain when you're having thoughts or trying to have thoughts about anything serious or life-changing. Immediately, it helps you with the dread. It's a good coping mechanism. It's probably the most ultimate coping mechanism is right here. This thing, dude, it can help you and destroy you all at the same time. So I highly recommend it. If you have no friends, go hiking can be done alone, bro. Just go out there, appreciate nature, just like he is. He's out there appreciating nature. He's probably just at a walk. Probably this is his own neighborhood, dude, or just some public park. Like you don't have to get super snazzy and fancy in the beginning, especially if, let's just say, you're really down and can't afford to even get to a national park near you, or weather may not be permissible because it's closed, maybe for winter or whatever it is. But certainly you can go by a park near you and go for a little walk. And maybe it has a little lake there that you could enjoy. Sit down, watch the geese, watch the fucking ducks do what it is that they're doing. Let the wind blow through the trees, your hair. Just breathe in, look up at the sky. Hopefully it's a blue, clear day. And just think about things, man. Sit there and ponder. You would be surprised at how much that does for your mental health. If you could make that a consistent routine in your life, there is a untold amount of wealth that will produce you. You can't put a dollar sign on that. It's actually, if you were to prioritize things that would help you get ahead in life, those alone moments, alone days, if you want to turn them into that, will produce you far more money than almost anything else. I guarantee you, just the ideas alone. You know, it's called opportunity cost. What are you losing on the back end when you don't clear space in your brain for new ideas? And how much has that costed you so far?
This last thing will nail the thing in the coffin. And that's to have something to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's a sport, whether that's a job, a business, going to the gym. For me, it's right now having this YouTube channel and talking to you. That's a great way I can not only use social media in a good way, but also not spend more time scrolling. Also just focusing more time on school, because think of all the time we really spend on our phones.
Mm-hmm.
Today, I probably spent 6 hours on my phone alone.
What?
And imagine if I spent 1 or 2 of those hours
That's insane.
doing anything else. Literally, I could clean the room. I could clean my house for 2 hours. I can go on a walk for 2 hours.
That's wild. I'm curious to hear, guys. If you have the tracker on that tells you, I know iPhones do. I don't know about, I'm sure Androids do as well. Any phone that tells you the time you've spent on your apps. Go in there and actually look how much time you spent on these apps. Do a calculation. How many hours a day you spent on your phone? That's insane, dude. That's crazy. I can't imagine what it's like for young people today that were raised from, young age, adolescence into adulthood, nonstop with social media existing throughout the presence of their entire life, nonstop with like smartphones existing through their entire life. It's a different world for you guys. I understand. I got lucky, dude. I was one of the very last I got to see what life was like before the internet became a thing for absolutely every single household, when we were still riding bikes. I caught the tail end of all that stuff before people were enamored by home consoles with like internet connectivity. Like when Halo 2 dropped and it had matchmaking, that changed the world. There was some other game that dropped too when Xbox first came out with Xbox Live. It was like some mech game where you were fighting in mechs, if people know what that game was called. That shit took so many hours of my life, dude. It was like my biggest addiction was Xbox Live. The day that dropped, I was blown away to have a little headset in my ear, talking to people like, holy shit, bro, I'm playing against people now, not single player, or not having to wait for, my friends to come over and play Smash Bros. We used to invite, like half the neighborhood would come to my house or we go to somebody else's house. And there'd be like 10 fucking guys, dude, watching. Everybody's just like having like Smash Bro party. And we'd just be playing Smash Bros and shit and taking turns, whoever gets like knocked out first. Stuff like that. The game has changed completely. Before social media, before Tom and his MySpace and all that other shit. And we lost a lot in this process. This transition has become different. The younger guys, yeah, he has a problem 6 hours on his phone. That blows me away. I can't personally relate to 6 hours on my phone because my brain tells me if I'm scrolling on Instagram too long, like, bro, stop it. Go do something. I have that little governor in my brain that stops me because I know it's wasting my time. I've felt what it's like to touch grass and be out there and be disconnected, how much deeper that joy and that happiness is, how much better it feels. But for people that have never even felt that have lived in the digital space forever, terminally online is what they call it, dude, I wish I could wake more people up to understand what that feels like. So his video is super dope. Clearly it caught on. He's got 80,000 subs. Yeah. 800,000 something people have viewed it already. Good job, young man. He's doing good in the world. So, yeah. Someone said it's really the damn phone. And I've heard it say the key to breaking addiction isn't to love the thing less, but to love something else more. Yep. Once you develop goals, a little roadmap for your life, you know how your video game developer has a roadmap for updates that come out for your game. If you could do a little roadmap of your life and things that you'd want to achieve, and then deal with one thing at a time in your roadmap, you will absolutely galvanize yourself into achieving all those things. You're going to be so excited because you're going to be hitting every one of those little life check marks in time. And walking that path daily that gets you to that next check mark makes you more excited, makes you more energized, more motivated, and more disciplined into doing the thing that it is that you're trying to do. That's what I try to tell men all the time. Dude, it's hard out here to motivate yourself to get out of bed when you don't know where you're going. You're walking like blind in the dark. You're kind of just like, you're in that zombie mode. Wake up, by the alarm, groggy, get up, go to the job I hate. It's dead end. Why am I there? Don't really know, but it pays and I need something to survive. I hate my coworkers, get off work. Can't wait to play some games with my boys. Fuck, I missed the gym. It's okay. We'll just go tomorrow. No big deal. Fuck, I got to order food. I haven't cooked or meal prep. I don't feel like doing any of that. Uber Eats, eat this sloppy ass food that's not good for me. God damn it. Got to do it again in the morning. Let me stop by McDonald's, work again, come back, game some more. Fuck, some of the boys aren't on. I guess I'll just complete some of the single player quests I haven't done yet. Okay, rinse and repeat. God, my teammates suck. This game sucks. God, can they just match make me with somebody that's decent? I'm sick of carrying about bro. And it's like over and over and over again. And 20 passes, 25, 30, 35, 40. Fuck, I need to do something. Consume more, play more, be enthralled in more copes until like you wake up and it feels almost like it's too late. Like you dug the hole so deep that there's no escaping it. But there's always an escape. That's just their little quiet voice telling you to just be a quitter and give up. I'm telling you guys, man, you have power. You can change your life anytime you're ready to. It's just, I hope you guys can avoid rock bottom. Because usually people only change when the pain is too much to bear standing still. So when the pain is too much to bear of standing still, you then begin to move. It is what it is. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Channel's name is Tim O'Fay. Links will be in the description. Sign up to the second channel, dude. If you like conversations like this, join us on the private community. We have them all the time, all week. And shout outs to everybody that's been doing private consults. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, boys.